Hello Beatle friends and everyone else watching. Today I'm going to show you some rare Beatles records I've received recently. The records I'm about to show you are the Capitol Compact 33 records, which were pressed by Capitol Records. These are 7-inch records, the size of a 45 single, except these records play at 33 1/3, while the singles play at 45 RPMs. Now, Capitol made 5 records that are the Beatles records. 3 of the Capitol Compact 33 records are the EP versions of the first 3 US albums. And there's 2 of them which were made with the open-end interview with the Beatles, which were made by Capitol Records and sent to radio stations to promote the album, Meet the Beatles, and the Beatles' second album at the time. Now, I bought 3 out of 5 at this time. I have to mention before I show you the records that these records originally came in a jacket. The open-end interview record had a picture sleeve, but the 3 EP versions of the first 3 US Beatles albums, they had a jacket and jukebox strips. The jacket is basically, on the front cover is the album cover, and on the back is just a blank back, sort of like the Introducing the Beatles blank back cover. Those jackets are very rare. If you ever come across a copy with the original jacket, it can go for ridiculous money. But I'm happy owning the vinyl only copies of these Capitol Compact 33 records. I am on a quest to get the jacket only copies as well as the jukebox strip copies if possible. So, and I'm also looking for a picture sleeve for the open end interview disc. So, all right, without further ado, let me show you the records. I'm going to start off with this one on the top. This is Meet the Beatles. It's not the original sleeve, but when I received this record, it's housed in this Tower Capitol sleeve, which is interesting. I've never seen one of these before. Okay, here's a glimpse of the record. I just took it out of the sleeve. Now, like I said before, this is the EP version of Meet the Beatles, which was assembled and pressed by Capitol Records for jukebox play. The 3 EP versions of the US albums were made for jukebox play back in the early 60s, and those are the only albums that had a special EP made for jukebox play. After Something New, which I don't have yet, it's just the albums. Capitol didn't make a compact EP. So this is an EP. This has 6 songs, which is literally half the Meet the Beatles album. And here are the songs on side 1. You have It Won't Be Long, which oddly enough opens with the Beatles. This Boy and All My Lovin'. And here's what the grooves on the record look like. They cram 3 songs on one side, which is about 6 to 7 minutes, because these songs are like 2.5 minutes long. And I have played this record, not the greatest sound quality, but I needed to have this because it's an oddity, and it's very rare. And I don't know how many of these were made, but it is very rare and sought after and nice to have. Yeah, it's just not the greatest sound quality, and as you can see, there's the breaks there in between songs. Here's side 2 of the EP. On side 2, we have Don't Bother Me, All I've Got to Do, and I Want to Be Your Man. There's the grooves again. So that's Meet the Beatles right there. Okay, next we have the Beatles' second album. This is a Capitol Compact 33 EP variation of the album. This has 6 out of 11 tracks, which were taken from the actual album. Meet the Beatles, as you know, there's 12 tracks and 6 were taken and included on that EP. Now, here are the grooves once again. The same kind of cutting process as Meet the Beatles. This one has 6 songs, like I said, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Here are the songs that are on here. The label looks real nice, and this one I got for a nice 2-digit dollar amount, and Meet the Beatles as well. Here are the songs on side 1. You have Thank You Girl, Devil in Her Heart, and Money, That's What I Want. Here's side 2 of the record. Oddly enough, this has the first 3 songs off side 2 of the actual album. Long Tall Sally, I Call Your Name, and Please Mr. Postman. There's the glimpse of the grooves. Before I show the next record, I have to mention that this record, along with Meet the Beatles, they both play in stereo, and they're both East Coast pressings. The only one I'm missing right now is Something New. There's a Capitol Compact 33 jukebox edition of Something New, which also has 6 songs off that album. 3 songs on one side and 3 songs on the other. And that one too is in stereo. They only made these in stereo. So hope you enjoyed seeing these 2 here. Now on to the open interview record, which is actually in mono. This is the Beatles' second open N interview record. I don't have the Meet the Beatles one yet. I'm looking for a nice authentic copy of it. This one originally had a picture sleeve, but this record didn't come with a picture sleeve. I am on a quest to get a nice picture sleeve as well as a nice jacket for these 2 records. But it's housed in this nice Capitol sleeve. Here's what the record looks like, and the record it is in mono. That's the catalog number right there, Pro 2598, and that's the track list there. On side 1 has an open-end interview with the Beatles, in which a DJ asks questions for the Beatles and they answer. Now on the picture sleeve of this record, on the back it does have the entire transcript of the interview. It has the questions that the DJ asks the Beatles, and then the Beatles answer for them on record. And then next track after the interview is Roll Over Beethoven. On side 2 are 2 more songs off the Beatles' second album. Please Mr. Postman and Thank You Girl, both in mono. Another thing I want to show you is it has this text here, especially prepared for radio and TV programming use, not for sale, produced by Jack Wagner. I thought I mentioned that. And this record, it was dirty after I received it, but I cleaned it and sounds much better. And I found this for a nice price, and I read somewhere that about 1,000 of these were made, and this is rarer than the Meet the Beatles open end record. I still have to get that, but I wanted to get the authentic copy of the Meet the Beatles open end record. But I'm happy to have the Beatles second open end interview right here. Okay, that wraps up this Beatles Rarity Update video. I hope you all enjoyed seeing these rare records, part of the Capitol Compact 33 series. Like I said, there's also Something New and Meet the Beatles Open End Interview, which were part of the Capitol Compact 33 series. If I ever find those records, I will do an update showing the records. And stay tuned for more videos on this channel, and talk to you all later. Thank you very much for watching.